Fun Factor 5, Chris here. We are just passing what appears to be a brontosaurus.
In Texas, everything's
the side
bigger.
of the road. Much like they say in Texas, everything is bigger, including the dinosaurs.
Coach's daughter, coach's kids, you eat a Sonic 15 nights of the week because you go to football games, basketball games,
right.
Whatever. So I wasn't much of a cook, but he never ate that, because he was raised in this area. And after the second year of marriage, he goes, I don't really like anything out of a box. I said, well, how else does it come? And you either order out or you pour it out. But anyway, we came up with a sourdough starter, and he said, I want homemade bread. Grocery store, I never made bread in my life. I go to the grocery store because I like a challenge. I mean, I was a coach's kid, everything was a competitive deal. So I go to the grocery store, get this package of yeast, and I'm trying to read, and I didn't know what the crap I was doing. But anyway, flop. But I took them, just a big bowl of flop. I took them. We used to set them on that table with that turkey and that dressing, and they all kind of didn't say a word until his uncle kind of looked over there and said, pass me a cracker. So somebody said, you ought to sell your bread. I said, nobody don't buy my bread. And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, all right. So I took a sample to Milton, and he called me that night, and he goes, can you do about 700 of these a week? I said,
700 in 1 week?
Yeah, and said, let me get back to you. Let me visualize a mason jar starter. Well, you're probably not familiar with the bread, but anyway, I just had to mastersize that into figure out, clueless. I was clueless how this was all worked, but I knew for some reason it was coming in to play, and we went with it. I said, let me, see what you cannot outgive God. The more I give away, the more is returned double fold. And that's why it's so crazy about me. You take a jar of liquid, and it's this, just one jar, and it's all because it was what God wanted.
Sure one Fun Factor 5. We're here with Teresa Rankin, and she's in the middle of making the most delicious looking cinnamon rolls I've ever seen. I want to just take one of the pans and put it away.
We're doing a farmer's market right now. $2.
The room that Chris and I stayed in. Got a little guest book there. The jacuzzi tub that we took last night. Got a little flat screen TV. Somewhere to put your clothes. Bathroom's great. We've got like a big, huge bathtub, stand-up shower. Hello. And this is the coolest. There's like a chandelier over the bed held up by these beams with like a faux ceiling. It's kind of cool. And that's it. That's Kim's Cottages. Are you ready, Chris?
Ready.
What do you think about Kim's Cottages?
Everything is so nice and petite and small, I feel like I'm gonna break everything. But the atmosphere can't be beat. It's really, really fun. Chris Sherwin, Team Fun Factor 5 here. We're here in Canadian Texas on the very wall of our bed and breakfast, where the mystic, magical feud between Tupac Shakur and Biggie are still being felt. Obviously, this mural, representation to Biggie's song, I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I love it when you call me Big Papa.